The man had just finished his shower when he saw the robot housekeeper start taking off her coat on her own. Alice seemed like she wanted to satisfy his sexual needs, but his wife was lying in a hospital bed, and he wasn't in the mood, so he made up an excuse and left. Afterward, Nick didn't think much of it. After all, every time he came home from work, Alice took great care of him and made him feel at ease. She didn't just cook and handle the housework, she could even protect his daughter. Ever since his wife suffered a sudden heart attack and was hospitalized, Nick had gone a long time without sex. Even so, he worked hard to keep himself under control. What he didn't know was that Alice had awakened her own self-awareness. One day, Nick's wife, Maggie, found a compatible heart. The hospital would be able to operate soon, but the surgery didn't have a high success rate. So Maggie intentionally sent Nick away and told Alice about the family's routines and habits. If the operation failed, Maggie wanted Alice to take her place and look after the household. But Alice, now self-aware, took it all literally. After that, she treated Nick like a gentle, attentive wife would. Because the construction site had brought in large numbers of machine workers, the company decided to lay off all the human laborers, but Nick alone was kept on as the crew leader. At the goodbye dinner that night, the workers complained that robots had stolen their jobs. Later, they even snuck onto the site after dark and used tools to smash several of the android units. Nick tried to stop them, but he couldn't. In the end, he had no choice but to help them cover it up. When he got home, he felt deeply uneasy. Alice noticed his mood. She covered his eyes, and using Maggie's voice, she had sex with him. In that moment, Nick's self-control completely collapsed, and Alice became convinced that she was the true lady of the house now. But the next day, Nick regretted it. He felt like he had betrayed his marriage, so he warned Alice that nothing like that could ever happen again. Then Maggie's surgery was a success. After the operation, she came straight home to recover, but Alice saw Maggie's return as a threat. She even secretly damaged the stair railing, causing Maggie to fall down the stairs. That night, one of the co-workers who had vandalized the robot showed up at their door. It turned out the company had sued him, and he was facing a huge payout. He was sure Nick had ratted him out, so he pinned Nick to the floor and beat him brutally. Alice rushed out and stopped him. The co-worker panicked and ran. And to eliminate the threat once and for all, Alice broke into the co-worker's home and killed him to become Nick's only wife. She also told Maggie that she had slept with Nick that very night. Her goal was to drive a wedge between them. While Nick and Maggie were fighting, Alice put Maggie's son into the bathtub, planning to drown him. When Maggie ran upstairs, the bedroom door was already locked from the inside, so she climbed out the window, planning to get into the bathroom from outside. But the moment she stepped in, Alice overpowered her.